If you clicked on this video, it means you and I have something in common. We love platinum. I mean, who doesn't love platinum in Warframe? It is literally the main currency in this game. And you read the title correct. This is literally every farming method to get platinum in Warframe in 2022. Well, almost all of them. These are what you could say the main methods of farming platinum, ranking from the best and fastest methods to the slowest methods. However, you can still make platinum in the long run. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Leave a like as it really helps the algorithm out, and subscribe to see some more content in the future. Before we get into this ultimate guide, I do want to make a disclaimer that I won't be pricing every method in this video for two reasons. One, the prices fluctuate and the market changes, and two, this video would be extremely long if I had to go over every item's price for every method, as there are quite a lot of methods in this video. Also, stick around towards the end. There may be methods that you don't expect or you didn't know about. Alright guys, let's hop straight into it. So how this video is going to be structured is as follows. The fastest methods I will put first to the slowest method. Some methods will be better than others, obviously. They can all be lucrative in their own way and in their own times. So starting with the first method, which is relic running and opening relic. Now this first method is probably the most common method for farming platinum in Warframe and most widely known. I'm pretty sure that more than 90% of the players in Warframe already know this method and also know that it is a great way to make platinum. Now for those very few of you who are brand new to the game or don't know anything about it, basically it's very simple. There are 4 different types of relics that you can get, which are Lith, Miso, Neo, and Axii relics that you can get. Axii, of course, being the rarest and the hardest one to get. Now what you do is, as you go through the normal star chart and do your missions, you will start building up these relics. You go up to the top right as you begin to unlock certain nodes and you get void fishes. You run these missions, you crack open your relic and you get a prime part. These prime parts are your money maker. However, this all depends on how you do it, and this is going to be a short segment on how to efficiently run relics for the most amount of platinum. Alright, so there are many ways that you can farm relics. I will put a card up on the top right to one of my guides which shows you how to farm relics insanely fast in Warframe and the most efficient way. Now, the best way to farm these prime parts are as follows. You want to target the more expensive relics. I'm referring to relics like, for example, Neo K3. This drops Cronin Prime blades for the gold tier rewards. Each of these blades go for around 25 to 30 platinum on PC. Now, what you want to do is rad share these relics. How do you do this? It's very simple. You go over to your chat bar and you go to recruiting and you want to type something like this. You'll say H, which means hosting. You'll say rad share and then you'll put the brackets Neo space K3. You click on Neo K3 relic and then you'll just press enter, and then you will see that people will begin to PM you and want to run relics with you. And this way you will have 4 people that will be running the exact same relic and they're all radianted, which means you will get the highest chances of getting your gold tier reward. Now this method applies to any relic that gives you a good amount of platinum. In fact, if you're running relics for platinum, you should always do rad shares. This is one example of one relic. Now there are many ones out there that you can do. For example, Cora Prime has just been released on Tenacon. Her set is 150 platinum right now. Farm her and get the full set and sell her in sets. If you can, always, as in always, sell Warframes in sets. It is a way better way of making platinum in the long run, because why? You save trades and you get more platinum. That brings me to my next point. Try to run the latest relics for the latest releases. For example, Cora, the Hystrix and Dual Keras Prime has just been released. You want to target those relics and farm up those relics. You can always run vaulted relics. Those will probably yield you the most platinum. However, these relics are quite expensive to buy. However, if you buy a few and rad share, there is a high chance to always make a profit and make an insane amount of platinum. This brings me to my last point about running relics properly. Rather buy relics and run them than farm them if you can. This is in the event that, of course, you run out of the relic you want to farm and you really don't feel like farming because you don't want to waste time. So buy a bunch of relic. If you do rad shares, I can guarantee you will always make a profit. Get yourself around 100, 200 platinum through normal relic runs or other ways of making platinum, and buy a whole bunch of these relics. For example, like the Neo K3, you could probably buy them for around 4 to 6 platinum each, depending on who's selling them. And if you run them for rad shares, like I said, you will make a lot of profit. So to summarize this segment, always run rad shares, whether it's vaulted or just a good relic to run, but make sure that the gold tier reward or any reward there is a high plat item. I'm talking about items that are about over 20 to 30 platinum around there. Also, farm the latest frames, weapons, and always sell frames in sets or even weapons. This saves trade. Do this method and you will make a lot of platinum before you know it. So now that I've gone over the relic segment, guess what is next? Yes, that is correct. It's a shameless Discord plug. If you enjoy running relics and you enjoy making platinum and farming ducats, then join the Discord. We are a growing community of titanias and fast relic runners. The link will be in the description below. This now brings us to the second method of making platinum in Warframe, farming corrupted mods. Now this method, some of you will be confused as to why this is second, because this is not necessarily the highest platinum gain. However, it is quite a fast method of getting platinum. This of course depends on your RNG, like most platinum methods in Warframe. Where do you get these corrupted mods from? In Deimos, there are dragon vaults via dragon keys. You get these keys in your dojo. The fastest way of farming these vaults is using Titania with Razorwing Blitz and running the first mission, which is horrend. It's a capture mission. Basically, you run straight for the target, search for the vault, and of course, search every room on the way to the target and then search every room afterwards. Now, if you haven't done this method, it will take some time to get used to the tile sets. However, the more you do it, the faster you get at it. If you are lucky, you can average around 1 to 2 minutes a run. This is of course if you can find the vault faster. Sometimes it's a bit trickier and it can go up to 3 to 4 minutes per run. Now, the corrupted mods can average around 5 to 20 plat per mod depending on the one you get. This is a nice consistent way of making platinum, and you won't make an insane amount, but it's consistent. You can probably do around 80 to 200 platinum per hour. Take this number with a pinch of salt, as I'm giving a wide range, as it all depends on your speed and luck. This brings us to the third method, Lua mods, and also farming other specific mods. Now you can farm mods from Lua Spy missions. Now these, if you get really efficient, can be quite lucrative. However, it is quite a learning curve in the beginning. There are plenty of guides out there on how to do these puzzles and spy missions. You can get around 4 to 20 plat depending on the mod that you get. For the puzzles like the drift mods, you can also get blood rush and other mods that can sell for quite a bit, like rhyme round, scattering, inferno, blood rush, etc. These mods can go for around 10 to 30 platinum each. These are the Lua Spy mission rewards, these mods here. Now moving on to the fourth method of making platinum in Warframe, selling arcanes. Now this is quite a broad topic, as there are a lot of different ways of getting arcanes in Warframe, but one of the best methods of course is eidolon hunting. You can make a lot of platinum farming arcanes in Warframe over a time, like a lot, especially with eidolon hunting. That is the most popular and probably the fastest way to get your arcanes. Arcanes can go from 3 to 5 platinum each to 70 platinum each depending on the rarity of it. Now there are actually many other ways to get arcanes, namely operator arcanes and amp arcanes from the quills and Cetus, as well as Little Duck in Fortuna. These arcanes do require you to be a higher rank in the open worlds for this to be very lucrative. Each of these arcanes are about 10,000 standing each, so you can easily max out your daily standing and build them over time. Now there are also Pax arcanes and Zor arcanes as well, and there are arcanes in the Zaramon area as well. These can sell for quite a bit. They drop arcanes and can be sold for a lot of platinum at rank 5. Now all of these methods of getting these arcanes can be built up over time, and you can sell maxed out arcanes for about 70 to 200 to even 1,000 platinum at max rank depending on the ones that you sell. You can also get Steel Path arcanes, which go for around 30 to 50 plat for maxed out arcane. There's also arbitrations, they drop arcanes as well, but they're not really good in my opinion. Now the 1,000 platinum plus is, of course I'm talking about Arcane Energize, one of the best arcanes to get in this game. It is insanely overpowered. This brings us to the fifth method of making platinum in Warframe, selling galvanized mods. When you finish a start shot, you get access to arbitrations, which are extremely good because not only do you get endo, resources, credits, Riven slivers, etc., you get Vitus Essence, and Vitus S gives you mods, specifically galvanized mods. Now each of these mods can go between 10 to 15 plat on PC. As far as I know, I don't know the prices on other platforms, and they will sell very well. This is a great consistent way of getting platinum, and one of my favorite when you don't really have anything else to do or you don't have any platinum at all. Now depending on how fast you do these arbitrations, you can actually get quite a lot of Vitus Essence because each mod goes for around 20 to 30 Vitus Essence. I always recommend farming Arbitrations with a resource booster, that is a must. You have to have that. It doubles your Vitus essence gain and it's just more efficient that way. Now moving on to the sixth method, which is selling nightmare mods. How do you get nightmare mode? You must complete every node on the planet and you get access to the nightmare nodes, and you get pretty decent mods like Constitution, Blaze, Hammershot, etc. These mods can sell for quite a bit and you can get pretty decent platinum from doing these, depending on how much you grind and how lucky you are. To give you an idea, Hammershot is currently 90 platinum on PC. Moving on to the seventh method, open world mod. These are required through bounty missions on the open world nodes. This method all depends on your luck, and I will say this a lot through the video because that is pretty much how all the platinum methods in Warframe go. Warframe is just an RNG based game and it's grind. Some open world mods can go for a decent amount of platinum, and if you enjoy this method then that's great and it won't be too bad. For me personally, I hate bounties for some reason. I just find them really boring, and that's just my opinion. Open world mods can go between 5 to 30 plat depending on which one it is. Moving on to the eighth method, prime junk. Now this method can actually be insanely good if you are a relic runner and you do fast relic runs and you just do relics the whole time non-stop, especially when Baro Kiteer is arriving, which is just passed, as everyone wants to buy prime junk then, and also they want to buy it through the year because obviously Baro comes through every second week. Now, you obviously will sell them for slightly cheaper, but the reason why it's better is because you are selling them in bulk and you are saving trade. People buy prime junk all the time, and depending on your trade limit, you can make a lot of platinum doing this method. If you want to know what to type on the trade chat, I will put in the description below a template of what to copy and paste. Please note that the prices will fluctuate depending on the time of the year, so please watch out. Alright, moving on to the next method, which is method 9, Riven. Now I know some of you will be confused as to why Rivens is 9th, but now the only reason I put Rivens here is because of one reason. Rivens can take really long to sell depending which ones they are. If it's a high meta one, it probably could sell quite quickly, but if it's not a meta one and it's a really good roll and you want to try and sell it for, like, I'm just going to throw an example out here, for 1,500 plat more, it's going to take a while to sell, depending on how much you advertise it and how much you play it. Even though you can make an insane amount of platinum through Rivens, it is probably the highest way of making platinum in Warframe, but it's the biggest gamble. You can easily sell Rivens for over 1,000 plat, but they take long to get, roll, and sell. Riven selling is really good if you want to learn. Getting into the Riven market is really good, and especially if you learn the stuff and what is good. And if you don't know what the prices are and don't know what to look for, there are two really good sites that you can look for. One is called Semlar, which shows you the general prices for the rolls you got, and Riven markets to list your Rivens. These two are really important if you want to get into this. Now moving on to method 10, which is Baro Kiteer. Now Baro Kiteer is the void trader that arrives every 2 weeks. I'm sure everyone knows him. Some people refer to him as Prime Disappointment, but sometimes he likes to bring nice prime mods and weapons. Now the prime mods that he brings can be sold for a very good amount of platinum. If you farm up a shit ton of ducats in Warframe through the weeks, I will leave a card up in the top right to one of my videos showing you how to gain a lot of ducats fast. You can make around 60 to 100 platinum per mod from Baro, and his weapons can go up to 100 plat per weapon. He also sells other rare mods and other rare relics as well that you can buy and run for platinum. Baro is just overall a very good platinum farm if you've already gotten his previous stuff, and you can just buy everything from him and sell it. Moving on to method 11, faction mods and weapons. Selling faction mods is a slow method of making platinum. You're not going to make a lot in one day, but over time you will begin to slowly grow a hefty amount of platinum selling mods every day. I'd recommend maxing out a faction as early as possible and start selling the augmented mods. These mods can go for around 10 to 15 plat per mod depending on what it is, depending on your platform as well. This is a more passive method of making platinum in Warframe. You can also sell faction weapons. They can sell for quite a bit of platinum. Moving on to method 12, Requiem mods. If you are not farming any liches, you can buy Requiem relics in bulk and run them and sell them for the Requiem mods for around 10 to 12 platinum each. It can be a nice consistent way of making platinum depending on how fast you are with the run and of course your team. Method 13, maxing out mods and selling them. This method is quite an expensive one as you need a lot of credits and a lot of endo for this, but over time you can make a lot of platinum through this method. Each rank 10 mod averages between 1.8 to 1.9 million credits and about 38 to 41,000 endo to max out. You can do these for galvanized mods, prime mods, and corrupted mods. They can sell for around 100 to 200 platinum each, depending if it's a prime, galvanized, or corrupted mod. If you have access to arbitrations or steel path ender farm, then this will be a lot easier to do. Moving on to method 14, which is the Necramech mod. Running the isolated vaults in Deimos for Necramech mods can be quite a decent platinum farm if you are lucky. These vaults can take some time, but if you don't mind grinding these vaults, you can make a decent amount of platinum over time. And you can also get Necramech parts that you can build and sell as a set. For example, the Void Rig set goes for around 70 platinum at the moment. Now, moving on to method 15, which is selling Smeeta Kavats. Now, this is an odd method. However, I heard if you can run the Sands of Anaris quest where you get from Baro Kiteer. Now, on the second mission, you get to fight a whole bunch of Smeeta Kavats and you can get a lot of genetic code, allowing you to sell Kavats that can go between 15 to 25 platinum. You can also get Kavats from Haren, the same mission that you get corrupted mods from. So you're kind of killing two birds with one stone, doing those missions and doing the corrupted mods as well. Now, moving on to the last method, which is method 16, and that is selling lich or sister weapons. This method is quite a grind, but if you get high roll weapons that are meta weapons, for example, I'm just going to throw out a number like a 58% Kuva Zar or Kuva Brahma, these can be sold for quite a bit of platinum. However, like I said, these liches can take long, and depending on the weapons that you can get, you can go up to 100 plat sometimes, depending on the roll and weapon. Alright guys, so this was the ultimate guide to making platinum in Warframe in 2022. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment down below if you guys maybe have another platinum farm, or if you guys agree or disagree with some of the methods that I have put here. Let me know in the comments below. I'd really be interested to hear, and maybe I missed something or something like that. Please hit that like button, really helps the channel out, and I hope you all maximize your platinum gain and make a huge amount doing one of these methods. Thank you all for the support recently. You guys are amazing. I will see you all in the next one.